Yesterday, I think yesterday or the day before, I had a live stream on YouTube. Um, Guys, when you join in, just leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Um, but thank you guys for joining in today. Um, Today, I'm going to talk about the document that your sponsor needs to provide. Okay. Um, a lot of people know what they are supposed to provide, but many others don't. All right. And some of you have reached out to me in my inbox asking about what are the documents that your sponsor is supposed to provide. So, and some of you may be wondering what is even a sponsor, what is even a host. I've made a video and talked about those two things. I've made a video and talk about the difference between a sponsor and a host. A host is like somebody who takes you in, the person who will give you a place to stay, okay? Maybe your friend, your auntie, your former schoolmate, your wife, your brother, your sister, anybody who would take you in and let you come and stay with them for a moment, right? They can let you stay in for a brief moment, but the sponsor is the one who is giving you a financial guarantee, okay? So when you hear a sponsor, think about money. A host is giving you a place to lay your head, okay? So sometimes the person who hosts you can decide to be your sponsor too, okay? Sometimes your host might say that, hey, I can sponsor you, I can do the guarantee for you. But sometimes your host can would say that, oh, as for me, I can only give you a place to stay. I cannot sponsor you. I cannot guarantee anything for you. So sometimes your host might be different person, the one who gives you a place to sleep, but cannot do the financial guarantee. But you may have somebody else who might be able to do the financial guarantee, but doesn't have a place in their home for you to come and stay, right? So sometimes it might be two different people or it might be the same person. All right. So I hope that explains it. Sorry guys, I'm stirring my drink here for a bit. Um, so now that we know the difference between a sponsor and a host, right? So the documents that a sponsor is supposed to provide are, different. Will be different from a host. A host typically they don't even ask for anything from the host other than the host address. They ask for the host address because that is where they want to send your green card to. Okay, that is where they just want to send your green card to. They need an address because if they don't have an address, you will not get your green card. If you don't have your green card, you might be limited in the things that you can do. They don't want to be the one to hinder your, you starting your life in America. So that's why they ask for your host address. They are not asking so that they can talk to the person and find anything. There have been some few instances where they've called the host to ask certain things, but it's not common. It is not, so don't even worry and stress about it. They just want the host address so that they will have an address to send your green card to. That is all. You can give them an address that you may not even stay there. They don't care. All they want is that they will be able to send your green card to you. Okay? Now, the sponsor, since the sponsor, money is involved, financial guarantee is involved, they need financial information to know that is this person in a financial capacity to guarantee you should you come to America and decide to go and collect temporary assistance money, you want to collect food stamps. And the thing is that America is not trying to bring people who cannot work, people who cannot, do things for themselves. They are bringing you here so that you take advantage of the opportunities here and make your life better. Work. It's not to come here, take advantage of the system and sit there and be lazy. They want you to come here and work. Okay? So the sponsorship part is public charge. Public charge is that they don't want you to come here and be collecting their taxpayers' money that they are using to help the people here. You are also coming here to collect that money, right? So they need somebody to guarantee that that is not your aim. Your aim is not to come and sit here and have plenty of babies that you cannot take care of, and now the government is the one taking care of you. They don't want people to have the idea that, oh, America has plenty money, let me go there and chop some. They don't want that idea. They want you to come here, able-bodied people, come here, work, get some money for yourself to take care of your family, send some money home. But also, whilst you're working, American government also get tax money, right? So that is the main idea. So when you get a sponsor, the person needs to bring some financial document to show that should you make a mistake and collect government money, they can go through that person and collect the money back. So let's say you come and you collect TANF. It's TANF, right? Temporary assistance money, right? If you go and collect $150, if you go and collect $300, $500, now they can go through, if the agency has time, they can go through and look at the sponsor and say, who is the person who guaranteed for you that when you come here, you are not going to be a public charge. You are not going to be the financial responsibility of the American government. And then they will look and they see that, hey, Akiefa, you guarantee that this person is not going to be, taking government assistance money anyhow. So then they will come through me because I provided my financial information. They will look for where I work and they will collect the money from me. So the money, if I guarantee somebody and that person goes to collect money, they will come and collect the money from me because I'm the one who guarantees for the person, right? It's almost like you're going to collect bank loan and you need the guarantee. So if you default, they will go after the other person. This is how the affidavit of support, this is how it works, all right? It's not very common to see that the government is going after the other person to collect money. It is not common, but they can do it because on the document, you are signing it saying that they can. So when you sign a document that says that you give them the right to come after you to collect money, then know that they can do that, right? So the documents that the sponsor needs to provide, will be first, if the person can go to their bank account, right? There are some people, most people have bank account, all right? I'm guessing that everybody has a bank account. So some people, they get paid like, money into their bank account. They may not have the tax document. I'm just going through the list of stuff that they say on the affidavit of support document, okay, guys? So if you're going to use your bank statement to sponsor, and that includes you, the applicant, if you cannot get somebody to sponsor you, you can sponsor yourself, all right? If you not get anybody to sponsor you, you can sponsor yourself. So the bank statement, so it can be a bank statement of the person in America or your bank statement if you're sponsoring yourself, okay? So now, in your bank statement, they want to see the date of deposit when you put the money in, and they want to see like the dates, how much, all of that from your bank. So you go to your bank, you tell them, please give me my bank statement too. And they should print out the summary like for the whole year. Don't just go and bring 1 month because they know that somebody can use somebody's money to, do like care, right? Like sometimes somebody will take somebody's money, oh, please drop your money in there. Let me go and get the visa. After I get the visa, I'll drop the money back to you. So the embassy knows that. So that's why they ask for a whole year, right? They ask for a whole year of that. Now, if that is not the situation, because if somebody is in America, let's say your auntie, your uncle, your friend, they may not want you to have too much eyes on their bank account, right? I don't want somebody to be seeing inside my bank account too much and knowing that, oh, so you have this money and I told you about my school fees and you didn't mind me. So some people will be very unwilling to give you their bank statement. So the other options, all right? Sorry, almost spilled my drink. There are other options, all right? Bank statement, when you tell most people, they will not be willing to give it to you, all right? So now let's go to the other options. The other option, the most common document that people provide will be tax transcript. We say some people will use tax return, right? Tax transcript and tax return They are the same thing but different a little bit, and I'm going to explain to you. Tax return. They want a tax return from somebody who lives in America and has been filing their taxes, right? So when we file our taxes in America, you fill the form, you do all the deductions, how much you were paid and all that using your W-2. Okay, I will explain more about W-2 when I get to that point. I just want to talk about the tax return and tax transcript. When you file your taxes and you click, if you file it online or you let a tax accountant to file it for you. And this is about your sponsor, because I know if you're outside of America, if you are not, you don't have residency in America, you wouldn't be filing taxes for American government. So this is for your sponsor. When mostly we file our taxes, me, I file mine online, many others file online. People use an accountant, somebody to file it for them. After you file your taxes and submit to IRS, they will either accept or reject. After they have accepted, the document that was sent to IRS and was accepted, that is your tax return, right? I fill mine online, whether you use H&R, TurboTax. When you finish all the table, there will be several pages. When you submit to IRS and they accept, now you have your tax return. So the copies of the document that you send is your tax return. Until it has been accepted, it is not good, right? Because sometimes some people send and the IRS will reject it. They look at certain things like, nah, this thing doesn't make sense. Or you didn't fill this thing, you didn't include this, you didn't do this. So they will reject it. But when they accept it, that your copy is the tax return, right? It will include, if you buy stocks, everything that the person, every financial information about them will be on the tax return for that year, right? Now, the tax transcript is the copy that the IRS keeps, okay? And that your sponsor, so this information that I'm giving you guys, you can tell that information to your sponsor, because sometimes your sponsor may have come to America through a different route. So they might not know very much about even tax sponsorship, right? There are a lot of people who came to America and they didn't even handle their own process. The person in America did everything for them. So they are here in America, but they are not very knowledgeable about the process itself. So guys, several people have reached out to me. They're like, oh, I told my auntie that I need it. Your auntie is like, no, you don't do it this way. Because your auntie came here on a different journey. Somebody probably would have done their process for them. So she may not even be aware that there's even a tax transcript there, right? If you're not doing immigration, you might never even have to go and collect a tax transcript, right? So now your sponsor will now go to IRS website, right? When your sponsor goes to IRS website, you just type irs.gov, G-O-V. When you go to that website, you see plenty of things. Just calm down. Don't get overwhelmed. A lot of information. Before you start clicking around, look for get your tax record. There's this tab. It will say that get your tax record. When you click on that, it will open a page for you. It will say get transcript online, get transcript by mail. When it says get transcript online, it means that you can set up your account and it will show you all of your tax return. When I did mine, I could see my tax return from 2000 and the first time I filed my taxes, I think maybe probably 2008. I could see all of them. If I want the copy of my 2008 tax return, I can get it online, right? If you want to do the by mail option, it means by postal mail. They're going to post it to you. So IRS will print the thing and mail it to you, post it to your house, right? If you want to do that by mail, it will take 5 to 7 business days. You don't have to pay anything. Getting your tax transcript, whether you do it online or you let them post to you, IRS is not going to ask you to pay for stamp. shipping and handling, they are not going to ask you for anything. They will definitely need to verify that it's you, because they don't want somebody to be sitting somewhere. And me, I cannot go and collect the tax transcript of my sister. I cannot go and collect somebody's tax transcript for them. So IRS want to verify to make sure that it is you, the owner, who is trying to collect the tax transcript. All right. So now I'll talk about getting it online. So when you click on get transcript online, it will ask you, you can either sign in if you have already set up an account on IRS website. If you have never set up an account on IRS website, then you click on create an account. You create an account, you just give them email, you set up a password. Please know that IRS information is very crucial. So don't just use the password, the simple password, your date of birth. Don't use password that is easy for somebody to guess. Maybe you've allowed your friend to sign into your email account. Don't go and use the same password on your IRS website, because remember, if somebody gets access to your IRS account, they have so much information. They know your pay. They might have your social security number. They might have so much information about you. So be very protective of the password that you use, right? So you use your email, you set up your IRS account, right? There's this one that they use now, it's called ID.me. When you go there, you set up your account. If it doesn't recognize you, because they will ask you certain trick questions to make sure that it is you. Because remember, IRS already has your information. So they will want to double check to make sure that it is you. Sometimes they will ask you, do you recognize these addresses? And when they are asking that, they are asking to find out if you recognize maybe the places that you've lived there years ago. For me, they were asking me places that I've lived like 10 years ago. They were asking me, do you recognize this address? So you definitely have to be the person that the information that you're seeking for, it has to be your own information, right? So this is something that you will tell your sponsor, okay? You tell your sponsor, if your sponsor doesn't know how to do this. Because guys, sometimes your auntie wants to help you, but your auntie doesn't know how they are going to get this tax information for you. All right. Sometimes your auntie may be scared. Oh, hey, me, I'm going to. What if I don't? So you being knowledgeable about this will help you explain things to your auntie or your uncle or your cousin who may not know. Okay. So after they set up the account on IRS, there's a part that will ask you what is the reason for requesting for your tax information, right? There are so many options. When you have to select immigration, when you select that, so it is not only people who are doing immigration stuff that will collect their tax information. So if you select, you make the right choice, IRS will tell you that, okay, then you need the tax transcript. If you tell them that I need that to buy, I'm trying to buy a house, that is why I'm looking for my tax information, IRS will tell you that, okay, then you need to download this one, right? So you select that you're looking for it for immigration. When you click on immigration, it will tell you that then you need your tax transcript. Okay? Immigration, it is tax transcript. Then it will show you all the years. It will show you 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, all the taxes that you have filed. If you didn't file for 2020, you are not going to see 2020 there. All right? When I checked mine not too long ago, like about 2 weeks ago. When I checked mine, I didn't have my 2021 because by that time I hadn't even filed my taxes, right? So if you have filed your taxes up to 2020, it will show up there, okay? Then you click on it and you download. You click on the year and you download, right? So in other videos, I've mentioned that you need the last 3 years. But the last 3 years, I did more research and realized that actually, when you're doing the diversity visa lottery, 1 year of tax return is good enough, all right? So the person can get their tax transcript for 2020. Remember, we are in 2022. The tax season that we are in is for 2021. Okay? So if you are telling your auntie to give you their tax transcript, tell them that they need the 2020. Okay? And then they can add the W2. Some of you be wondering, what is W2? W2 is your income statement from your employer, right? So anybody who is employed by somebody in America, IRS requires that they must send the person's income statement. So the W2 might be like, mine is not here, but you can print it online. It might be like on a smaller paper, right? It might be a paper like this that they have, there's some paper that they make some sharp edges that you can tear, right? They make some sharp. So the W2 form, it can fold into an envelope, right? It folds into an envelope and they send it to you. When the person receives it, you have to tear on the edges to open it, right? After the person opens it, they will say W2. Anybody who has lived in America and has worked before knows what a W2 is, right? So your auntie or your uncle, your friend, your brother who is in America, if they tell they don't know W2, then they haven't worked. If they have worked, they know what a W2 is. The W2 will say that throughout from January 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2021, this is how much they paid you. And then they will say, this is how much we deducted for taxes. This is how much they deducted for your Medicare. Medicare is when you are old, when old people. That's why people who are old in America, they can get Social Security money. You get Social Security money because whilst you're working, some of your money goes there. So your W2 will show that we sent this amount of money to Medicare. We send this amount of money to your Social Security. If you have dental insurance, vision insurance, long-term disability, short-term disability, all of that will be on your W2 saying that, hey, you, on your pay, this is how much you were paid, right, for the whole year. This is how much that we sent to your pension, this or retirement or 401k. In America, we call it 401k. So this is how much we send for your pension. This is how much we send to the government for your Medicare. This is how much we send to the government for your Social Security. That's why in America, when people become unemployed, they can file for unemployment and get money, because whilst you were working, your money, some of your money was deducted and the government saved that money for you, right? So that is the W2 form. It will tell you how much the person was paid for that year by that employer. It's not all of your jobs. So let's say you work for 3 companies, and that thing, it shouldn't surprise you. A lot of people in America work for several companies. One person may work for this company. After work, they go to this place. So it is common. It is no surprising. It was a surprise for me when I came to America. So if you work for company A will send you W2. Company B will send you a W2. And then there are some people who may not have the W2, okay? But they have their own document. That is 1099, right? 1099, it also has the same information like a W2, right? 1099 is people who are independent contractors, right? Like if you drive for Uber, you are not employed by Uber, you are an independent contractor, right? If you drive for DoorDash, you deliver food, you are using your own car, you are working with that company, but you are independent contractor. They cannot fire you, right? They can say, we no longer want to work with you, but they cannot, because you are not their employee. So those companies, they will send you 1099. So if your auntie or your uncle or your friend says that, hey, I don't have W2, ask them, do you have 1099? What company do you work for? Whatever the company is for, if they are independent contractor, if they work for their own self, right? If I drive for Uber, I'm still working for myself. I'm my own boss. I decide whether I want to take this passenger or I don't, right? Uber cannot fire me. So those ones, they will get 1099. So it's either the person has W2 or 1099, right? So when they have 1099, they can use that too. So to sponsor somebody, you can use your W2, your tax transcript. 1099 is also acceptable because 1099 also says how much you were paid for that year, right? The company needs to report how much you were paid. So even though you may be driving for Uber, and I'm talking about America only, even though you may be driving for Uber, your customers pay through the Uber platform. So Uber must tell IRS that this is how much these people paid. This is how much we sent to the driver. And this is how much fees that we also took for ourselves. So at the end of the year, Uber will send you 1099. So if your auntie doesn't have W2, if your auntie has been driving for Uber, if your auntie has been, doing independent or independent contract work, then they should have 1099. If your auntie, let's say your auntie, your friend, your cousin, doesn't work for any company, right? But they do their own business, right? At the end of the day, that person will file taxes. Whether you do your own business, you file taxes. So that's why I said that the tax transcript is the most common one, right? The most common one, because whether you work for Uber or you work for the government, you work in an office or you are your own boss, you will still file taxes. So you have that document. But let's just say that somebody, your auntie, is trying to make things complicated, right? Because they don't understand. And the thing is that sometimes when you are dealing with your uncles and your aunties, your friends who are in America, and you are explaining certain things to them, because you are not here, sometimes they don't want to listen to you because they think that they are in America, so they should be knowledgeable about this than you living in Africa. You have to be patient. Take your time and explain things to them. And sometimes if they are difficult to understand, just share videos with them that watch this video. This is where I learned about this information. All right. So if W2 is not there, they can take the 1099. Now, many people have been asking, so then how much money will be good enough? Okay, guys, let's say your auntie is here. Your auntie's 1099 that they gave you, your auntie made just $10,000 a year. That will not be good enough because they are saying that 10,000 a year, that is for her. She's poor. How can she guarantee you, right? So there's a affidavit of support table. There's a poverty guideline table. You can look at it and see. Make sure that your auntie, if you're two people, if it is just your auntie, and then make sure the money is decent, right? From 30K and up, 30,000 and up will be a decent amount of money. Okay. But know that you're going to fill the Form I-134. Your auntie, your brother, your friend, your cousin, that stranger who wants to file the sponsorship for you, that person will have to fill that form. All right. So when they fill the form, they should go through, make sure there are certain portions that may not concern them. If it doesn't concern you, skip that thing, right? Because oftentimes when you give a form to somebody to fill, the person feels that I must fill every column, every space. If there's a space that I must put information, no, just fill the ones that apply to you. Because remember, they made the form for people who have their own job. And then they made it for people who may want to use their bank account information. And they made it for people who will use their tax information. So know that the form was not designed specifically. It's not customized for you alone. So when you are filling the sponsor form, make sure that you are not just adding information that does not apply to you. If it doesn't apply to you, skip and go to the next one. All right. So now, I'm going to also mention that the affidavit of support, the tax transcript, the reason why personally I prefer that one is that it doesn't go into detail and say that you had this stock, you had 70 stock with you had purchased 100 stocks of Facebook, you have this thing, you have this, that, you had this rental property, and you were making this money. It doesn't go into detail. It just gives like a summary, right? So, and the other thing is that your social security number. If your auntie is concerned that me, I don't want you people, if I give you my social security number and then you'll be floating somewhere in Nigeria, you'll be floating somewhere in Ghana, you'll be floating somewhere in Kenya. I don't want my social security. And please, when you come, you will understand you have to protect your social security number. So the tax transcript, when you do that, it doesn't show all of the social security number. It covers some of that, the numbers. So you don't have the whole numbers exposed. But if you send the tax return, that one, your social security number is spelled out there. Because you type it in, it's going to be there. So if your auntie is concerned that, hey, me, I don't want my financial information to be out there, just tell them that the tax transcript, it doesn't show everything. It covers some of them. It redacts some of the information. It will make that like asterisk mark at for some of the numbers. I've requested my own tax transcript and I've looked at it, and that's why I'm able to tell you this. All right. So, but those of you who want to request on the phone, you just call IRS. IRS, their headquarters is in Austin, Texas. They have their phone number. Let me look and see if I can get IRS phone number. Phone number. IRS phone number. All right. So your auntie or your cousin, if they want to call IRS, they can call them on the phone and request their tax transcript. All right. So, like I said, if they say they request by mail, then they should do the request by mail. They should go to the website, click on get your tax record, click on get transcript by mail. If they want the IRS to mail everything to them, post it through postal mail, they'll send to it. I've done that before. Sometimes when you go to request your information online, let's say you've changed your name before. If you change your name before, the steps will be a little bit complicated. But like I said, if somebody who is sponsoring you is encountering problems, if they are facing challenges in doing this, please be patient and explain things to them. All right. When I wanted to request my tax transcript, because I've changed my name a couple of times, right? I've changed my last name a couple of times. They couldn't identify that is it you or is it somebody else. So when I tried it several times before, they couldn't verify my identity. And that was a couple of months ago. They couldn't verify my identity. So they told me that, well, then I'll have to do the request by mail, right? So recently, they've changed their website to have the ID me. So if your auntie is doing and they are not able to verify her identity, they will ask her to upload her driver's license. So she just takes picture of the front of your driver's license. It will walk you through. The system will walk you through that. Upload the front of your driver's license, upload the back of your driver's license, and it will even take picture of you to verify to make sure that that is you, right? So please be patient. If your auntie, your brother, your cousin, your daddy is doing this and they are getting frustrated, you should be the one to be patient and explain things to them. So for the interview, you need your tax transcript or your tax return, right? Tax transcript or tax return, your most recent one. So if the person has not filed for the 2021 taxes this year, then they should bring their W-2. So they can bring, if I were the person, if I were going to interview right now and my embassy is asking for affidavit of support, let's say I'm from Kenya and the embassy is asking for affidavit of support, what I will do is that I will get my tax transcript for 2020 and then add my W-2 for 2021. Okay, I'll bring my tax transcript for 2020, and then bring my W-2 from 2021. Okay, if the person has filed their taxes, then they should be able to get their tax transcript for 2021. If they cannot get the 2021, get the W-2 or 1099 So W2 or 1099. 1099, that is miscellaneous income. Yeah, 1099, you can just Google it. So your auntie, your cousin, your friend can bring the 1099 for last year, and then and then tax transcript from the previous year, right? So that you want to have at least two tax information or two income information, right? But if you want to sponsor yourself, like I said, I've made a video and talk about how to sponsor yourself. A lot of people don't know that they can sponsor themselves. You can, but you cannot let your auntie in UK sponsor you. That is not going to work. You cannot let your brother in UAE sponsor you. It doesn't work that way. You either have somebody in America sponsor you or you sponsor yourself. And I've talked in depth about how to sponsor yourself. But let me give you a refresher just in case you haven't had a chance to watch that video. But when we're done, please go there and watch that video. To sponsor yourself, you can, if you have property, all right? Many, back home in Africa, many of us, your dream is like, I want to build my own house. So you may have a house, okay? Get that property appraised and then bring the deed. Deed is, your property ownership. When whoever's name is on the property, it's not about who lives there. If the deed of that house, whoever's name is on there, that's the owner of the house. So you bring your deed to your house, you take it to the interview, you fill the affidavit of support. You can fill it if you want to. You can fill it and then bring that you're sponsoring yourself, right? So guys, those are some of the ways to sponsor yourself, but I made a video that I talk about a lot of things that you can use to sponsor yourself. But today was about the documents that your sponsor must submit. Okay, so tax transcript or tax return from 2020, and this is for DV2022 people, guys. Because I want to make sure that if I say 2020, don't let you be the one like when you are a 2023 winner, then you're also referring to 2020 taxes. No, this is for those who are going to who have interviewed for DV 2022. So you need a tax transcript or tax return for 2020 year, and then W2 or 1099 of 2021. If the person has not filed their taxes yet, remember the 2021 taxes, the deadline will be in April 15. So some people have still not filed their taxes yet, right? So if the person has not filed their taxes yet, then they should give you the W2 or 1099 if they work for themselves. 1099 is for independent contractor. If they work for themselves, if they are their own boss, they work for Uber, they work for they are a tracking company, like those who are truck drivers. If the company doesn't give you because you are not their employee, you are independent contractor, you can say that I stopped working here. Those people, you get 1099. So they can bring the 1099 plus the previous year tax transcript to show that there is a steady, right? Because this is the thing. Sometimes somebody will take their W2, maybe because of COVID-19, the job has gone down, so your pay has gone down. Maybe you were working 2 jobs, right? But since COVID, now you have 1 job. So when you bring your 1099 or your W2, maybe the income is down, right? But when you get your tax transcript from the previous year, it will show that you have been, you have been killing it, right? So that's why you want to show 2 years so that they see that there's, some steadiness. And if on the reverse, maybe 2020, your income wasn't good, but all of a sudden this year, last year the person got a high paying job and the income is high, it also shows that, hey, this person, the life is getting better, so they can sponsor this person. All right. So those are just the documents that you need to get from that person. There have been some instances where somebody went for interview and then they asked for the passport of the sponsor. They want to know how the sponsor came to America. Okay. It's not all the time. I've seen just one case from Kenya where the person was asked for the passport of the sponsor. All right. So, guys, if your sponsor is willing to give you like their passport, all right. Let me see if I have my passport here. I don't have it here. So if your sponsor is willing to give you their passport, you open their passport where they have their photo. That is the bio page, right? The biographic data page. So if they are willing to give you their passport information, they can take a picture of that and give it to you. You print it and take it to an interview with you. I've seen, like I said, it's only one person that I've seen that they ask for that information. So it's not everybody. They might ask for it, they might not ask for it. If they ask for it, let's say they put you in AP, they ask for it, just get it the same day. Quickly get that information the same day and give to them so that they can work on it as soon as possible for you. But guys, they don't require too much. Make sure you know your sponsor. Make sure you know, even if they are just a stranger who is helping you, learn from them. Because one thing I've realized is that some people like procrastinating now to like you don't understand. Like sometimes I'm just baffled. If somebody is going to be your sponsor, have a conversation with them. Hey, auntie, thank you for doing this for me. But I've seen that they've been asking some people how they went to America. Can you tell me how you came to America? Oh, me, I came to school and I got a job, right? Whatever the route that they used to come. If they are willing to tell you, then that's okay. If they don't want to tell you, maybe they came through their own Kululu way to America and they don't want to say, it's like, oh, my auntie, she came here. Do you know? If you don't know, when they ask you if you don't know, you don't know, right? You don't know. But don't say that I asked her, but she didn't tell me. I asked him, but he didn't tell me. Don't say that. I don't know. If you go for the interview and they ask you and you don't know, you don't know. But if there is time for you to find out that if they can tell you, it's like, auntie, I don't know. Oh, yeah, her husband bought her. Oh, his wife bought him. Oh, she came for school and she got a job after that. You know, that kind of information. Because, guys, sometimes preparing for what may come is better than you being there. And then when they ask you, then all of a sudden you are panicking. You don't want to panic. So that's why you want to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself that even if I don't know, at least I can say that I don't know. See, somebody asked me, do you know how many people live in Accra? No, I don't know. It's believable, right? But if somebody asks you and you're standing there and you're like, you are thinking, then you are now giving the other person the opportunity to also wonder what is going on in your head, right? So guys, prepare very well. I hope that the information that I shared here will be helpful to you for your interview. It will be helpful to you to relay that information. Tell that information to your sponsor in case your sponsor is not very knowledgeable. All right. Sometimes some people can be difficult to. Sometimes I've dealt with people like that before. Somebody may be in America for 30 years and but they may not know something. But when you try to teach them, hey, you are in Ghana. You want to teach me how things run in America. Me, I've been here 30 years. So, guys, be patient. At the end of the day, you are the one who needs the help. All right? At the end of the day, you are the one who needs the help. So you have to treat that with patience when you're dealing with people. You have to treat that with, you have to be delicate when you are dealing with people who might be a little difficult. Okay? So I hope that you will get, the answers that you need. You will get the information that you need. Today, like I said, I was using this new, trying this new software. So, guys, um, so I might be, messing up with some stuff. I haven't seen the comments yet. Let me see. If there are comments that I can see, that would be awesome. But I don't think I'm seeing comments here. So guys, if I'm not able to respond to any of your comments, then guys, forgive me because I'm testing this new software to see if how well I'll be able to do live stream on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Right? And this is in preparation for May 7th when they make the announcement for the winners. Because as time goes on, I want to be better. I want to grow. I want to improve on the things that I'm sharing on this channel. And I hope that this channel becomes helpful to you like it is. Because guys, if you have been following me from when I started this channel in 2020, August, I think August 18, 2020. If you have been following me and you didn't pay attention to certain things and now you're suffering, that tells me that you were not paying attention. And I know that there's a whole lot of information out there that sometimes it's difficult for people to focus. Like you listen to a whole lot of information, you want to be able to extract, take the chaff out, throw the ones that are not important to you, but take the ones that will help you and apply it to yourself. All right. But guys, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so that we can grow together, because we are on this growth journey together. I want to be able to help you, and I want to be part of your American story. I want to be able to say that, hey, I help this person. When people get their thank you, Abel. Now I'm seeing the comments. When people get their visas approved and they say, hey, thank you so much. Today my visa was approved. It's like, it brings me joy. I'm happy for the person. Imagine, this person is not coming to my house. This person is not paying me anything. I'm just happy that I've been able to help you get to this point. All right. And that is all that I want to do for you guys. So guys, please invest much time in your own destiny, just like I am investing time and my energy, because I could be doing other videos, right? There are people who do hair videos, who do makeup videos, people who just do videos showing driving around, showing videos of cats, dogs, and other things. Cooking, I could be cooking because me, I know how to cook. But this is what I want to do. Immigration is what I want to do. I want to help my people. I want to help my people so that you know how to do things the right way and come to America. Thank you, Abel. Yeah, you're right. Please, guys, share the video when you're watching. Share them. Share them with your friends and family. Share them on the platforms that you are on, because somebody may be suffering, right? Sometimes people will send me a message, oh, my friend, my sister, my cousin want the lotto and they don't know. Yes. Instead of them bothering you, if you have sent a video to them, then they can also watch and be part of the journey. You can lead the horse to the riverside, but you cannot force it to drink, right? So sometimes that is all that I can do. I can give you the information, but it's up to you to act on it. It is up to you to sit down, watch, listen, and decide that, okay, she said all of this, but I know I'm not from Kenya. I know I'm not from Ghana. So I will take the ones that apply to me in Ghana. I will take the one that applies to me. Hi, Patience. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Kat. Thank you for joining in. But guys, share the information, watch, listen, learn from the mistakes of others. This is a video that I'm going to even have devote a whole live video for that we should learn from the mistakes of others. There's this proverb, and it's in Ghanaian language. So I don't know how I'm going to say this in English, but I'm going to do literal translation, all right? And I hope you understand. They say like the tree that the spider, Koko Anansi is the spider, right? It's like a cunning imagery. They said the tree that the Nancy has eaten and died, his son does not sit under and sleep, right? So the mistakes that others have done and it has cost them dearly, you are not going to do the same mistake and get yourself scot-free. That is the literal meaning. This is the best that I can do in translating that. All right. Thank you, Samuel, for joining in. Thank you, Patient. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Abel. Please share the videos. So, guys, the mistakes that others have done, make sure that you are learning, you are watching, you are listening, you are learning something from. Don't wait until it is your turn. You are seeing that others are going through mistakes, painful, expensive mistakes. The people who took the wrong countries, wrong chargeability, all those things, you are seeing them and you think that, oh, me, there, it's not my matter, it's not my matter, it doesn't concern me. And then you repeat them. You think you too, you'll be fine. Let's learn from others' mistakes. Let others have sacrificed themselves. Because of their mistakes, they are now the sacrificial lamb for us. The mistakes that others did, I've watched and realized that they've sacrificed themselves. So I don't have to make those mistakes again. So guys, I hope that you are listening. Those of you who are hopeful for the DV 2023, I wish everybody success. I just want to see people excel. Okay. In Africa, they select over 40,000 people. And guess what? The Facebook groups, we have 20,000 people. So for me, if they select everybody, that would be good news for me. All right. But guys, pay attention, learn, educate yourself. Hi, Eddie. Thank you for joining me. Share the videos. So I'll be ending in just a few minutes. But guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, look for Wafoi TV. Just this symbol that you see up in my video up here. Yeah, just search for Wafoi TV. You will find my channel, subscribe. You can turn on the notification so that whenever I'm making any live video, it will notify you. All right. But guys, I hope that I've been helpful to you. I make videos about plenty of matters. Like it's not just immigration, because immigration is just going to help you get your visa, right? But when you get to your visa and come to America, that is a whole nother journey. Okay, that is a whole nother cross that you're going to have to carry, because everybody who comes to America within the first year is rough. So you need to equip yourself with knowledge so that when you come, even if things are difficult, you know how to find information, you know what to do, you know where to go. All right, so that it will make your life easier for you. If you come in like, oh, for me, all that matters is me, I get my visa and come to America. Some people come and within the first year, they're like, honestly, I feel like going back home. Some people come and that's how they feel. And mostly it's because they didn't learn things about America. They didn't learn about, hey, when I come, how do I find a job? How do I create a bank account? They didn't learn anything. So now they're here, they don't have a car. And then now they feel like, now I'm stranded. I can't do anything. I'm relying on other people. Because when you don't educate yourself and you come, you'll be relying on somebody. And when you're relying on your auntie who works 3 jobs, 2 jobs, she will have to go to job and come before she can even take you outside. But if you have educated yourself, when she's going to work, you go online, you see, okay, how do I get bus to go to this place? Because you've learned so many things. So you know that, okay, I know that this area they have bus. Let me get bus and go to town and go and look around. Go to the mall, go and look around. So that your auntie will not be the one carrying you around. Your auntie only comes home at night. Is it the night time that she's going to take you to the mall? Is it the night time that she's going to take you around? No. So that's why my channel, I don't limit to immigration stuff. I talk about plenty of matters so that when you enter America, you can build your life from there. All right. But guys, I love you. And I truly, truly want you to succeed on your journey. Do it the right way. If you're doing it the wrong way, then I cannot help you. They say the person who climbs the right tree, you get the push. All right. So guys, make sure that you're doing things the right way. If you don't listen to advice and you go and do it the wrong way and you find yourself in a hole, please don't come and worry me. Don't come and take me from helping others to come and help you get you out of the hole that you've put yourself in. I keep telling people, don't let somebody apply the lotto for you. They don't listen. They let somebody apply for you. Like, oh, he's my friend. He can apply for me. Now your friend wants you to come and marry him. Now your friend tells you, go and bring me $20,000. Right? In life, there are things you can trust people, but certain things that you can do for yourself, do it for yourself. All right. I love you so much. Thank you. I'm going to end here so that I can get back to the stuff that I was doing. God be with you. Share the videos, and I'll see you in the Facebook groups. All right. So God be with you. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.